information, I will be
I
playing
could do this all day.
Dragon Dogma 2, the video game. I don't even know. I went to an inn, but I didn't know the room was downstairs. Let's see. This one is with the little girl that I gotta wait, go here.
What should I get up to today? Not sure I can handle this.
I just wanna read the button set just in case I'm a bit rusty. Jump, light, heavy, jump, examine. Grab, I wanna know what grab is. Cancel, draw. Sheet, switch weapon.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
I couldn't live with myself.
Okay, so what I want to do, I'm trying to get the last magic, the ultimate spell for the sorcerer. It has to do with that young girl that lives in the house, but I don't know how to activate
Ox carts
that.
make for relatively safer travel.
Thank you.
I wouldn't
I
mind
don't know how to
Still
activate
patching
it.
up what the dragon took.
So let's keep doing it. Oh, I ran out of stamina.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
And before I forget, is your pack not overburdensome? You carry
What? I have extra pants.
so much. I worry for your poor spine.
Master!
Shame I've never gone with this bow. Are we all in the same boat?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boost. I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Arisen! Are you alright?
Flame is its weakness.
Have we any means of setting it ablaze?
We keep on like this, victory shall soon be ours.
Rally! One good touch on your within.
My studies are proceeding apace, thanks to you, sir.
Okay. So I guess I gotta wait a little bit more time.
I shall take this. A lighter pack makes for a lighter heart, twould seem.
Her sorcerer ultimate, so I'm gonna go somewhere else.
the answers here. Not much going on. Time to be heading.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps his time I went looking for.
What am I to do with my daughters? I'm ready.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But Enough about me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
Troublesome. I best be on my guard.
There's adventure to be had. If I could cast off the stresses of the day.
Alright, I was drinking something.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. Might you spare me? Days like this
Well met, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the former... hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Best check my stock before it
Wouldn't say no to a bit of accident.
Suppose I better get to work.
I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go.
That's all. Mistakes this time.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Just a short rest. Then I've script you to the sage once I've said my prayers.
Hunting for one day.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Ruining my vegetables.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
This isn't much to go on. That old fool wouldn't last a day without me. Time to catch myself up on the walk around town.
It's this way.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
It's this way.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Mayhap I...
You're always such fun to talk to.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Got to press on. There's much needs to do.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Who are you then?
Turncoat on every face.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Tis well tiring, being so alert all day long. Suppose I ought to earn my...
Can't wait to find out what's inside.
Let me get that. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there. We have reached our destination.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Many thanks to you.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then? What else are you doing?
Reckon your road's been a... Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here... At least, you'll find a bit leisure doing business.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
You'd think they'd learn by now.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Tomorrow will be no different.
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit.
I don't have a permit.
Leave this place at once. You have no right to be here.
Damn it, I spend money for no reason.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
I quite agree.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Comes this.
Precious, where are you going?
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Dragons.
Need to see some coin before I let you on.
Ain't got the... What am I supposed to do about it?
Off we trot.
Alright, everyone, let's do this.
Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
I grant you lifeless back.
Well done.
Heed me. All of you must flee before this magic descends.
Go now! The magic will be unleashed any moment!
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every...
Something smells divine.
Well met, sir.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in... You know where to find. I've no wisdom to offer.
Won't someone do aught about this? There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Wait for the new equipment. Now. Such quietude and blessing. My watch finishes without it.
Ought to be said, peace and quiet.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
'Tis good to be reunited.
My apologies, sir, but as you are not a member of this establishment, I cannot permit you through.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
More time than I know how to spend. Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and methinks you'll want to hear it. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? 'Twouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak with me again once your mind's set.
Always doing about a dozen things at once. Let's head to market before it slips my mind.
My wares. I'm in fine fettle today.
Look at you
As long
spell.
as you
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to... the foremost hospitality you know where to find.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no fool at Friday late.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the Gracious Hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
That's just what I was thinking.
Wait to see what the day holds. You're always such fun to talk to. Keep my arms strong and my mind sharp.
Places such as this depend upon my
Try all I might. I can't get the sun. Head's on. Hit me things.
precious little time. Will someone do aught about this?
Very well. I shall return.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Can't wait for the new equipment coming. Trolling is more tedious than it looks.
Is Armitage preoccupied just now, if you can't tell?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye, aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the I wonder. If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
Dream of someone sweeping me off my feet.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
And rightly so.
How everyone else is. It is quiet now. Now, where was I headed?
You can resist my charm.
I didn't lose the pot onto it. Where to now? I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Best head to market before it slips my mind.
Hope I didn't lose the pot onto it.
Not much going on.
This place is very tricky.
Oh, I'll have to remember this.
Leery eyes all round. Suppose I best get to it. Time to earn my coin.
It is quiet about.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are delighted to have you. Pray, do enjoy your stay.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Well met, sir.
How do you fancy again?
Time wears
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the Minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task?
Excuse me.
I shall ensure that the door to the Minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
I am confident we shall see this matter to a success.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but I am afraid I have yet to uncover any new information pertaining to the false sovereign. Would Your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origins? Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master. But no further.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared...
Where did the other girl go?
All right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate... Minister Allard's chambers. The entrance.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Good evening, sir. I trust... You fared all right on the roads? Just much obliged.
Look, as long as you please.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. "'Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey. I shall cherish my memories of our time together. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control and, in time, will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers.
I've trained for this.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
I died? Oh my god! I couldn't believe it.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
Seems my feet always leave me.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
A simple word of thanks would make our labours feel worthwhile.
Right you are. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brand. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for. We have reached our destination.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. A land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melve, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melve and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melve.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
What's to be done about this?
Are you here to see me, perchance?
Hey, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up. Though we are
weary at this hour, sir, you must... have quite a tale to tell. Much obliged. This inspires... Naught but misgivings. Just how I like it. Well met, sir.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look? I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh. Did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than...
Say, have you been to Hart? 'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the bride again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness. What should I get up?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Always another errand to see to.
Flattering all day is tiring work.
Am I interested in my wares?
Time to head to market, methinks. This isn't much to go on.
Always another errand to see to.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
One to do.
Oh, a ferry stone. With that in hand, we can leap from one end of the kingdom to another in a trice.
Tis not an item to be squandered.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
How can I get more customers to shop here?
This world will come of this.
I'll take anything to crack a few skulls.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What ought I to do?
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Well met. How goes it?
We have reached our destination.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
We must rest, though the sun is still.
Was just as daunting to battle Cyclopes there as here. And taking aim at their eyes, no less thrilling. I've a feeling fortune shall favour us this day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Live with myself. Well met, sir. I've trained.
It's been a hard
Here's
day.
a welcome sight.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
If I might have my say, is your pack not overburdensome? You carry so much, I worry for your poor spine. Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Surely not. see?
Was excellent. I could have done no better.
I can do no less than service to you. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Feast your eyes on this!
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice. Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Choppers, Master!
My studies are proceeding.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I hope my magic served you well. May our paths cross again someday. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
I've just remembered a curious rumour I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant, won't leave the arisen.
We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among us.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. My heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall... Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... 'tis a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters. But 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Perhaps we ought to hurry, lest we arrive too late to be obeyed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we have the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
That's just what I was thinking.
Seems naught ever goes right.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
like this place at all. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us. Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Heed me! All of you must flee before this magic descends!
Go now! The magic will be unleashed any moment!
Wolves draw near!
Standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm.
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
Thanks, friend. I'm just glad to live.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
You might pull through in the end.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
'Tis as you say. Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert. Perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melve shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Here at the inn, we also I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Okay, everyone, Rickykillaz here, Rickykillaz there. Rickykillaz is doing an out. Rickykillaz out.
Shall we get some rest then?